Good morning and welcome to East Germany. A little bit of the Soviet Union still left here in Western Europe. Of course, East Germany was never a part of the Soviet Union officially, but it was pretty influenced of it. And 30 years later, after it got dissolved, the nation got wiped out of, the face of the earth, basically, officially. 30 years later, we still have East Germany left, and I want to show you how much is really left of it. Häng med! I'm in the wonderful city of Erfurt, smack down in the middle of modern-day Germany. Actually, it's in the province of Thüringen or Thuringia. The city is the capital of Thüringen, which is like this federal state in Germany. But it wasn't always right in the middle of Germany. It was also in the south of the Soviet sector after World War II. And this later became the German Democratic Republic, which is also known as East Germany. And it's pretty cool to see. If you come to the former German Democratic Republic, it's kind of still is East Germany, even 30 years after it got dissolved. Today, this is just Germany. And today, I want to talk to you a little bit about this and to show you how this still feels like East Germany in several ways. Something that makes this very apparent is the urban architecture. I mean, just because the Berlin Wall got torn down and this became Germany, you didn't start to tear down buildings and stuff like that. So you still have whole areas that still feel like it's Eastern Germany with these huge Soviet-style buildings with housing for everyone, for a lot of people. You can see this on street lights. You will see these Eastern style lights that you will find throughout the old Soviet Union, and you can even see this in street names. There are a bunch of street names still left from the German Democratic Republic, the socialist era. For instance, we have Karl Marx Platz, or in other cities, Karl Marx Straße. We have Pushkin Straße and Pushkin Allee. And I don't just talk about Erfurt here. I talk about all these old East German cities. They will have street names like these. So you will find a Straße der Jugend, a street of the youth, in a lot of German cities, East German cities. You will find Straße der Nationen, street of the nations, in a lot of German cities, in Berlin and in Chemnitz, maybe, in Gera, Erfurt, and Dresden, and so on. You will find these street names or variations of these names in a bunch of cities, and that's how this phenomenon is so apparent. It becomes very apparent when you come here. It feels like you are in the old Soviet Union at times, especially with these huge buildings. And in Berlin, for instance, if you've been to the big city of Berlin, you will see this. It becomes very, very apparent. It's very easy to spot. And in these other cities, mostly these buildings are built around the city. So they built new areas on fields or whatever, just outside the city core. So, number one, urban architecture. You can still see how this is a former socialist state. It kind of looks the same as other old Soviet Union states. Although this was just a puppet state, it still got very influenced by the Soviet Union. Number two, the people. This isn't the case of when a state takes over a territory and the people moves to the remaining parts of their home country, or there wasn't any ethnical cleansing going on here or whatever. East Germany just got reunited with West Germany here. So the people, they are still living here, and they are probably still living in their apartments that they got during the East German era and so on, which means that there are a lot of people here that still are East Germans. Basically, they talk like East Germans. For instance, there is vast vocabulary in the German language which is concentrated to this area, and I'm not really talking about a dialect here. I'm talking about the whole East German, former East German area. So even if you're in Berlin, you would speak the Berlin dialect, which is not spoken down here, but you would know these words anyway. So, for instance, even 10-year-olds here, they say KAUFHALLE. KAUFHALLE means basically means purchase hall. And this is the East German word for a supermarket. In High German, this would be Supermarkt, for instance. And yeah, like I said, even 10-year-olds use this. So this word is still pretty much alive today as it was back then. We have POLYLUX, which is an overhead projector, and in regular German you would say overhead projector, for instance. So that's also a fun thing to note here. My girlfriend, who grew up in the former East German Republic, she didn't know about the overhead projector until way later, until she was a young adult, basically. And we have the word BROILER, and I don't know how many West Germans know about the word BROILER. BROILER means in German Grillhähnchen, so grilled chicken. That's BROILER. And I know my mother-in-law, she calls a driver's license not by the High German word Führerschein, but she says FAHRERLAUBNIS, permission to drive, basically, a driver's permission. So as you can see, there are a lot of words and a lot of East German vocabulary still alive today, 30 years later. Number 3, brands. Yes, there were brands and companies in the former German Democratic Republic, believe it or not. I mean, it was all socialist, so there weren't many brands of one thing, not like it's now, like you have like shelves with pasta sauce or something. It's not like that. You had 1 or 2 brands maybe for one thing, and some brands live on today, especially in East Germany, and some of these got resurrected during the 90s. But key here is that people in West Germany still might not know about these brands at all. Some, I think, have tried to gain some market over there. I don't know. I don't have the statistics about that now, but it's very interesting to see that we have brands in East Germany that some West Germans might not even know about, and there are also brands that live on in the vocabulary because there were only a few words or few brands for one thing. That easily became the word for that thing, like a brand word, which is also very interesting. That phenomenon in itself is something I think is very interesting, and we have those in West Germany too. They have those, and some words are shared, or some brands, but some they don't know about over there. And here in East Germany, they do. They are exclusive to here. And a brand that some West Germans might not know about, and one of my favorites brand is this, Vita Cola. This is my favorite cola. Yeah, I'm not sponsored, but it's still my favorite. And I'm gonna drink that now, have some lunch, and I hope that I taught you something today. And we will see each other in the next video. Peace!